Hello and welcome back to the West Garfield Park Youth Council, where we believe we are the change and the solution to the violence in our community. We have another impactful guest and another impactful show for you all this evening, so we want you all to once again sit back, relax, and enjoy the information that we have for you all tonight on tonight's show. As always, this show is used to educate, enlighten, and empower the lives of many people out there, especially our young people. So if you are a young person out there and you're looking for some positivity, I encourage you to please come out and join the West Garfield Park Youth Council. We meet every Monday from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m., 4540 West Washington Boulevard. Again, that's 4540 West Washington Boulevard every Monday from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. For more information about that, you can give us a call at 773-287-5821, or you can visit our website at www.fatherswhocare.org. Well, let's get the show rolling. Good evening, everybody. My name is David Elam, and I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, which is sponsored by Fathers Who Care. Fathers Who Care is a not-for-profit organization on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, my name is David Elam, and I'm the President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council, sorry. And now I'm going to give, I notice you all notice, a beautiful woman on my right, and I'm going to give her the pleasure now to introduce herself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Darcel Washington. I am the founder and CEO of Mentoring You, which is a college and career readiness program that helps low-income students get prepared for college and get prepared for the workplace. I am also the co-founder of Scholar Chicks, which is a high school graduating program to help high school graduating girls get prepared for not only just college, but get prepared for life. And so I'm all about just mentoring and helping young people.
And I thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be a guest on our...
Thank you for having me.
Anytime on our show tonight. If you're just tuning in, my name is David Elam, and I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You're watching the live interactive television broadcast brought to you by CAN TV Channel 21. During the next 25 minutes, me and Ms. Washington are going to be discussing the topic of mentoring future leaders, i.e., what does it mean to have a mentor? What do you gain from being a mentee? How can you become a mentor in your community, and how can you educate, enlighten, and empower the lives of many others, especially our young people? And we want you all to please call in with your questions and comments to 312-738-1060. Again, that number is 312-738-1060. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that's www.cantv.org/live. Well, Darcel, I have a few questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Can you, first off, can you share with our viewing audience exactly, when we speak of mentor, can you break down exactly what is a mentor?
Okay. So a mentor is really someone that takes you by the hand and gives you guidance, gives you encouragement and comfort. A mentor is not someone that tells you what to do, but a mentor is someone that actually sees your gifts and your talents and help nurture your gifts and talents so that you can become that amazing person, so that you can actually see some of the gifts and talents that, that you have that you don't even know that you have.
So I understand that you're the founder and CEO of, you have two organizations.
Yes.
Can you expound on how those came about? What was your vision? What was your purpose? And things like that for Mentoring You and Scholar Chicks?
Sure. So I've always been extremely passionate about helping young people, as well as just investing in them, whether it was just taking time to take students to visit local tours, college tours, or guiding them when they were getting ready to prepare for college. And so the passion of just working with young people, whether it was in the school system or working in the child care center, it just pretty much kind of developed where it was I guess a 24/7 thing versus every once in a while I would help a student, but it became a part of me. And so that was the way that Mentoring You was developed, from, mentoring and helping young people at my church, helping family members. And so that is how Mentoring You got started. And then with Scholar Chicks, when my daughter was getting ready to go away to go away to college, actually, myself and my cousin Sean Krista, we're both the founders of Scholar Chicks. We had a conversation about safety, and I was just like wondering, like, is she going to be safe? Is she going to have dorm room etiquette? Is she going to know how to put her shoes away? And so through having that conversation, Scholar Chicks was really birthed, and we just started to work with young girls and really mentor them. And we had an event where we took the girls on a trip just to a local college so that they can get that experience of a college tour. And we had speakers to come in to teach them about life skills, dorm room etiquette, healthy eating. And so it was just really an empowering moment.
So it's safe to say that you really have a knack and you really have an interest in wanting to be this positive entity in the lives of so many people, especially young women. Now, when you mentor these youth and these young women, like, what is the overall goal? Like, what is the overall, outcome of your mentorship to these mentees?
So the overall goal is to really help change their lives, to change the trajectory of their lives. Sometimes the youth, especially young women, they really don't know their purpose. They don't know their identity. They don't know who they are. And so the goal is to really help to spend time with them, to help transform their lives, to transform the trajectory of where they might be headed. And so I am fully vested in mentoring. I'm fully vested in the lives of the young people and just trying to help them to be on a better path to success.
Okay, we're gonna I see we have a couple of calls rolling in
great.
At the beginning, so we're gonna entertain a few calls and we're gonna jump right back into the conversation.
Sounds good.
Caller, you're on the air. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
Hi, I have a question. I want to ask the guest, is it hard connecting with you?
Sometimes it can be challenging. However, the important thing is to try to be relatable and to build a relationship, because once you build that relationship, then it becomes easier to really talk to the youth and to really help them to see that you're there for them and that you're not just trying to be like in their business or be nosy.
Okay, because a lot of times young people feel like you don't have to tell them everything, or they don't want to come to you with certain things. But it's not, like you said, it's not to try to deteriorate them or harm them in any way. It's just all to help them and develop them in a way that's more positive and grow into their everyday life when they grow up and get into that. So, next caller. Hello, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
Yes, I have a question. My question is, how do you, when you're doing the mentoring, how do you reach those youth that are rebellious, but you know they need help, but they're rebellious? How do you reach those type of youth?
So when you notice that there's a youth that is rebellious or that feels like they don't necessarily need help or need a mentor or need the advice from an adult, then the way that I approach that situation is that I pretty much just give them some of my background, and I tell them that, you know, I'm passionate about helping youth and that I want to see them excel. I want to see them accomplish their goals and accomplish their dreams. And I tell them that I'm a resource, and I don't push the issue. I just tell them who I am, what I do, what my purpose is, and that I see potential in them and that I would like to be supportive towards them. And then I find with that they're more receptive.
So how long have you been a mentor?
So I've been mentoring, I would say, for about the last 6-7 years. But my mentoring program has actually been in existence for about 2 years.
Okay. So was there someone who, you know, pushed you and took you under their wing?
Yes. I actually have a mentor. Her name is Dr. Carol Collum. She is amazing. She really helped to push me outside of my comfort zone, and I think that's another job that mentors do. They push you outside of your comfort zone. And she actually wrote a book called The Mentor's Manual. And her book, it gives just practical tools for mentors to excel and to have a guide as they are mentoring young adults. So, I'm a mentor, but the mentor has a mentor.
Right. Okay, when you hear that there's this constant divide when we're speaking on the term of mentorship, and there's a constant divide between the younger generation and the mature generation. We don't call them old.
Right.
We call them mature.
Okay.
How can we bridge that intergenerational gap between the younger generation and the mature generation?
Okay. I would say we can bridge that gap when the mature generation actually takes the time to listen to the younger generation, because even though the mature generation has experience, oftentimes the mature generation looks at the younger generation as if they don't know anything. And our young people are very wise. They have a lot of knowledge. They have a lot of wisdom. And so if we take a moment to not judge them and to be non-judgmental, then we can help bridge that gap.
So it's safe to say, in so many words, that the mature generation needs to listen to the younger generation?
Yes, I would say that they, if they would listen to hear what they're really saying, because sometimes the mature generation just looks at the younger generation for their outer appearance, and they don't get to know them. So if they would build a relationship and not just come in judgmental, then that will help bridge the gap. And the same thing for the younger generation. I feel like sometimes the younger generation doesn't necessarily respect the mature generation because they feel like they're judging them, they're prejudging them, so they put a wall up. And so if the mature generation just kind of talk to them and says, you know what, I've been young before and I'm not judging you. I've experienced certain situations and I want the best for you, and just come in more of a supportive way, then I believe that the younger generation would be more receptive, I would say.
So is having a mentor or not having a mentor, how does that affect a young person with having a mentor or with not having a mentor? How can that affect a young person's growing?
Sure. So having a mentor can definitely help change the trajectory of a young person's life, especially like I mentioned earlier, a lot of young people, they don't know what they want to do. They don't know the areas that they might be gifted in. And so when a mentor comes and helps nurture those gifts and those talents, and just that person, that their character, when they really help and spend time with them and kind of give them some guidance, then it can really help change the trajectory of their lives and help put them on a better path to accomplish their goals, to go to college, to, get jobs, to participate in internship opportunities. All of those phenomenal things can happen from having a mentor. And I think from not having a mentor, sometimes a young person can go down the wrong path and make some really bad choices because they don't have someone that they can really be accountable to. Right. So a mentor really holds you accountable to help you make right choices and do the right thing.
I totally agree. 100%. I see we have more calls. Okay. So we're going to jump back to those and we're going to come back to the conversation. Hello, caller. Thank you so much for calling. Your comment or question, please.
Yes, and good evening to you. I've been listening to you guys, but let me kind of explain this way. Everyone has a story. Everyone. Young people will sniff out somebody or OG that has been through things, and they listen. But it's the message that the OG is giving to the young person. You know, it's a way that you could speak to people. You know, back in the day, your mother would tell you a soft, you know, you learn. You truly learn. I could tell you not go across the street, and you go across the street, and something happened to you, but then you was warned not to go across the street. So sometimes it's just like the way that you give it to them. You have to give young people a little something at a time so they could absorb some of the knowledge that you're trying to give to them, and then when they go about their business or doing what they're doing, they go say, he told me that. You know, he know what he's talking about, and he told me it was going to happen. So sometimes you got to, I don't think it's so much of the younger people, it's the OGs. It's people that's been through things, got lucky, got out of the game, and know the game, you know. So that's where I think the discrepancy comes of talking to an older gentleman and a younger person. That's where the gap lies at. You know, I first want to talk to you. Partner, I remember when you was nothing but a little shorty on the TV, and look at you now. You have really came a long way. You have really came a long way.
Thank you,
I'm proud of you. You know, you did your thing, and you keep on doing it. So listen, I don't want to hog up the show because I'm quite sure there's other people want to get on the air. But again, the name of the game is, if you could save one, you did your job.
Yes, you did.
Right.
So that's the most important. Just save one. And that one that you save might say another one. And that's how the world go past. Thank you for taking the call. Let me get out there so I can hear your response.
Thank you.
I totally agree. That is 100% right. And it is key, and it is important to have someone in your corner, because like you said, you never know what that can do and how that can affect a young person's way of thinking, a young person's way of going about life, a young person's way of how they view any and everything as they continue to venture into life.
Right.
Because having a mentor, I can say from personal experience, has been challenging, but it's been rewarding at the same time, because who knows if that person didn't come into your life, what would be going on with you, or how you would be, and things like that. I'm totally grateful that I have mentors in my life, but if I didn't, I don't know exactly what will be going on with me. It's very, very influential, and my life has changed very dramatically with the fact that I've had many people, but one person, and we all know who he is. I can't, stress it enough. It's Reverend Jones, you know. So it was, and he showed me, how to mentor, you know, how it's important to teach others what others have taught you, because you keep the cycle going, because it only makes you look good, it only makes you look even better.
Right, paying it forward is always key.
Yes.
That's always key.
So, what made you, Miss Washington, want to enlighten, engage, and educate so many young people?
Well, I think that young people are just like little geniuses, and I think that if you sow some seeds, then those plants, they'll start to grow. And so it's just important for me to do everything that I can possibly do to help young people accomplish their goals, accomplish their dreams. I don't try to force a certain goal or dream on a young person, but if I see something in them, I'll tell them, you're going to be a star, or you're going to accomplish this, or whatever it is. But I try to nurture those seeds.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, my name is David Elam. I'm the President Emeritus of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. My guest this evening is Miss Darcel Washington, and we are discussing the topic on mentoring future leaders. Why is it important to have a mentor in your life? Are you a mentor, and what are you doing to empower, enlighten, and educate the lives of many other people, especially our young people? Miss Darcel, I want to say that it's been very good having you on.
Thank you.
This evening as well.
I've enjoyed myself.
And this topic is very key for a lot of people. What advice can you give to young people who may be, I know a caller called earlier and said that young people can be rebellious or, you know, may lack discipline. What advice can you give to a young person or a group of young people who, you know, feel that they're lost, feel that all is forgotten, feel as though their backs are against the wall, no one else to turn to? What can you tell a young person that needs to be uplifted and just feels totally down in the dumps?
Okay. So for that young person that might be totally down, that might be just struggling, trying to find out your identity, I want you to know that you have purpose. Your life is purposeful. Your life is worth living, that you are an amazing human being. You have something great to give to the world. Who knows, you might be able to be a mentor and you might mentor young people and share your story. So I want to encourage you to keep moving forward, keep doing great things, believe in yourself, because you can make it, you can accomplish whatever goal you set your mind to, and to just keep pressing and keep moving forward, and the days ahead will get greater and they will become much better.
And we at the West Garfield Park Youth Council, we are very key and we're very intimate on the topic of mentoring. That is one topic that we stretch and we stress enough to, you know, be a positive entity in the life of someone else, because like I said, you never know whose life you can impact by, you know, just being that person they can come to, they can talk to. You know, it's like you said earlier, that we're not trying to, you know, be all up in your business and get all up in your grill. It's just the point of it's the point of teaching you and, you know, educating you and enlightening you and letting you know that all is not lost. I mean, you're not out here by yourself. Young people, we can't stress that enough. We want you all to understand and know that you're not always by yourself. There are many mentors out there. You know, I encourage all young people to find a mentor, you know, whether it be a local pastor, a teacher, you know, community activist, leader, whoever it may be, someone in your community, you know, that can, you know, you can talk to, because there's a lot of people we don't feel comfortable talking to, but it may be that one person that we feel is that we can confide in, that person that we feel we can just come to and talk about any and everything to. And I promise you that if you do that, you will not regret it. Having a mentor has its ups and having a mentor has its downs, but you will 100% not regret the fact that you should have a mentor. Mentorship is very important in the growth and development and the lives of our young people. Correct?
Correct.
No, we can't do that. So, Darcel, I want to thank you again for being a guest on tonight's show. It was great having you.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
And I want all young people to know that if you're looking for an organization or anything like that with a positive message, please, I encourage you to please come out and join the West Garfield Park Youth Council. If you're a guest speaker, if you have a knack for young people, you want to come out and talk to some young people, and educate, enlighten, and empower the lives of many young people, come out to the West Garfield Park Youth Council. We meet every Monday, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at 4540 West Washington Boulevard. Again, that's every Monday, 4540 West Washington Boulevard, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. You can give us a call at 773-287-5821, or you can visit our website at www.fatherswhocare.org. Well, it's been fun, but we gotta go.
Okay.
God bless you. God keep you. Tune in next week. Same time, same place. We love you. Good night.
Night.